Hey guys. Hi Team Replay. I decided to pop on here because I'm in the studio, but I did it on my phone so I could walk around and show you guys a couple things or just show you what's going on. So let's hold out and see if we get some people on. But in the meantime, I'm working on a new junk journal. I don't want to call it a junk journal because I'm being very careful of what I put in there, the pages, so they're not junky. And I'm going to stitch it. I'm not sure. Then we have these that's going to get sewed. Got all our tools on the side. So you get to see my desk in full when it's not up on the thingy. This way I get to move around and show you what's going on. But this one, remember I said I was going to make a journal out of that fabric. So we made a little, sketched it out last night. Gonna get the signatures. So the hard part, not the hard part, the long part is getting signatures to go in. So I'm only gonna do 3 signatures. This one has a 2-inch spine. So I'm probably gonna do 4 little signatures in there. But that's the cover of this one. And I've already beat it up a little bit, made it a little chunky. So that's that. But we got our little Willow. She's tired. I had her outside earlier. So she's in the studio, but she is knocked out. Look how big she's getting. They just don't stay little long, which is why they don't hang out in the studio with me at all. At all. But we just came back in. Hey, Beth. Hello, working and lurking. But Willow says, hey. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she says you're bothering me. I just popped on here because I'm in the studio and I did it on my phone, so it's a little bit different. But just some of the stuff that I'm moving around, this is what the left side of me is looking like right now because the card makers got me all out here. So we got card making, book, junk journal stuff already prepped, ready to either put paper on them or fabric. Printer got a little wonky, so we just left that. I'm going to use it for something, but it won't be for anything right now. Gesso is on the desk because it's going to be getting slapped down on some of these. We're going to turn those into cards. So we have multimedia on my desk right now. We had our Psalms prayer book that we got yesterday in the mail that did a video on Happy Mail. And I love that. Love that book. Got my 7 tips to create joy that is always in front of me. And just in case you want to copy them, use them. Use what you have. There we go. Use what you have. Number 2, don't give in to roadblocks. No, no, no. Number 3, never be intimidated. Number 4, don't overthink it. Just do it. Just slap it down. Number 5, always practice whatever your craft is, whatever it is. Number 6, embrace your uniqueness. Now that's the one I've been having fun doing. And number 7, have fun. Have fun. Yep. So that's where we are. We got water on the desk. Look, we got our dear prompts over here. Our book is over there. We keep that ever so close because that's what we're working on every day. And then this is all of our brushes, everything that's within reach. So in the decluttering that I'm doing this month and in the studio, I'm just paying more attention to what's on the desk. For August, if I don't touch it, then it's going to get either moved off the desk, especially if it's not for decoration. Back there, that's decoration row. Really, because that stuff right there goes, let's see. Oh, Willow's going to wake up. Let's see. Is she? Will she? Maybe. Oh, she's still hanging out. She's trying to get on around the corner, just like, oh, leave me alone. Yeah. So every time you see a basket, you have to say, "Thank you, Dawn," because all of my baskets now house either junk journals or art journals. Those are all art journals that are either complete, almost complete, but they're in the cute little baskets. Thank you, Dawn. And then all over there is what behind me look like. And then all of my windows. So, so everything that's up on the walls. Hi, Dawn. Did you just hear me say your name? I said every time we see a basket, we have to say thank you, Dawn. So there's another Roddy out there. That's Lauren. She is the matriarch on the ranch. Let's see if I can pull this up without. It's one of those things where they just lift up. Oh, there we go. And there's Boaz. So there's Lauren. There's Boaz. Hi, buddy. He like, you won't let me come in there. Boaz don't come in the studio because they're shedding right now for whatever reason. Well, I know why they're shedding. It's hot. But Lauren sheds a whole lot. She don't want to deal with the puppies, so she definitely can't come in. She definitely can't come in. But Boaz will be coming, going in his room. So, but yeah, that's out. That's their space out. Well, not really their space, but they've kind of taken over. I didn't do my little sitting space. I would go up there and paint, but I didn't clean it up really this year from the winter. So this corner over here, which I would say are books that I've liked, art books, all the books that's down here, I would suggest Creative Confidence. That's a good book. That's a good book. Cats are bigger and better. Okay. Hey, to each his own. We got some cats, but they don't belong to us. They belong to our neighbor. But they come over here and keep snakes away. All of my Daphne's diaries, all the books over here, junk journals that are not used. These are all haven't been used. And these are traveler's notebooks that have been. They're all done and they're in the little box right there. Journals, just journals, still in paper, haven't been used. And then my collection of women who create in her garden and Somerset Studio. That's some of them over there. The rest of them are probably in a book somewhere. My cricket that stays housed there. This is Memorial Corner. This is my collection that I call Her Tears. These are acrylic. All these are acrylic up here. It's always bright and pretty. Yeah, you see all these windows. So it really, 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 really is always because of all the light. Even on, I think at night, it seems like it's still bright. But I do have a lot of lights. And I don't even have all the lights on right now. So, but this is my place of peace. It's one of those things when life has happened, you ask God to give you a place of peace. And so this is my place of peace. I keep redoing this thing over and over and over again. And it's because I really want it to have clean lines. But when I'm sitting in my chair and if I'm on a live and I'm showing you something, I'll turn around and I'll put it there. And it kind of gets there. But I put together my book thing and we have two books already in there, and it is working. It is smushing them down just like I want. You can see how level that book is going to be when I take it out. Look at that paper. That's what I want. So I'm going to have to get something to really tighten the nut here because I think it could go down a little more. I'm not sure. But it is working out so graciously. Oh, butterflies. See, I need to get them from down there so they can get used. See what I'm saying? You just have stuff everywhere. Stencil right there. I try to hang it up so I can see it, but can't. This is the row that I be telling you guys that I hang stuff on. So, and it lasts per year. So this is this year. I haven't done The last group I was in, we did a lot of, what do you call it? Exchanging cards, paper, and stuff like that. So I'm not a part of that group anymore. So it's not, so it's, not that much up here. My cousin Sarah made me this card. It stayed up here. I think she made it last year, but it stays up there because it's purple and it's turquoise and it's pretty. And Bridget, she made that. So some things just kind of stayed up there. Beth made that. So things that speak to my heart stays there. So yeah, my signed book, my signed bag by Dina Wakely, it's up there. Beautiful card by my husband, it's up there. That one is really pretty. And my daughter made this in memory of my son, so it hangs up there over my lovely, lovely art box. That has some of my favorite arts things in there. Some of them I've taken out. So, and y'all remember we did this one, Reclaim Your Spark. So she's in the studio, covered up by Create. So I like to surround myself by pretty things. Remember I told y'all that, right? So hence is why I got my K with a butterfly on it. It's just pretty things. My friend LaQuisha made this, and so it's pretty. It's going to always be out. And there's another one she made that's purple, and it has my initial. So it hangs out in the studio. It goes right by my Country Chic handmade little jar. I undid all my calligraphy pens, all of them. Hi, Cindy Loves. Cindy loves jewelry and paper arts. I like that. So we put all of our, see, pretty things. See how I keep my washi tape? Do I use washi tape? I do, but not as much as I used to. Look, Lauren is up. She's like, it's hot over there in the sun. She'll be coming in soon because it's going to be a hot one today. It's been a hot one all week. So all the dogs, they're in their own space. Okay, this is, remember, stuff that's over here I touch every day. Like, I want to make sure it's close at hand. Watercolor paper, all of my that's my little camera, little one. We're giving it another go. If I don't touch it within 6 months, it's gonna go to the thrift store. And some punches. It's in there. This is my supplies, staples, rulers, because when we send out packages, we need to measure. So that's a little overflowish. Down here, all of my punches and some of my tape. And y'all remember this stuff? Hey, Marty. Y'all remember this? Check it. Let me show you something. If you can remember that, then you remember this. And it works. You going to work already? Huh? Oh, okay. Y'all tell Mr. McCoy bye. He's going to work. All right, see you later. Love you. But yeah, and it works. I'd have to plug it in. But I was using this paper when I was making snippet rolls. So I was going in here, putting numbers on it, and then using it as the base for my snippet roll. But it definitely works, all of it. And so I keep it housed in here. Let's see if I can put it back in there without, messed up all the paper. This is my box that I have templates for making tags. So they're housed in there and little tags. So we can call that the tag box. And it was a cute little box that I think it housed some wine at one time for somebody, but look, I got it. It's in here. And then we're down to, remember I told y'all I decluttered all of my paper printables that I had printed off, and I took a whole bunch and fussy cutted them, but these are the ones that are left. Oh, I can take these out and get some of these papers out of here probably. And old cards that people have sent. I keep all that stuff, so it's in there. And these are empty, or are they? Nope, they got paper in them. So it's just scraps that, like, literally. And my iron orchard design stamp, because I cleaned all of this out. This was full. This was full and overpacked. So I cleaned all of this out. And you can see she has a whole shelf by herself. She doesn't have to have anything on her or around her. She's a beautiful stamp. Love her. And then we go in here. This was full. Cleaned it all out. We just got socks that was left over. That's it. So we got a lot of space. This is my junk. Well, this is my thread. And all my stuff for my book binding. And all of the thread is in here. Beeswax, my needles, and all the thread. Everything. It's right there together. All cute. And I got some binding. Quilt binding that I was going to put on a junk journal. So we'll see. As you can tell, everybody has one. Who does not have one of these drawers? Who doesn't? I do. But I cleaned it out, right? So it's charger blocks, camera things that wasn't an epic fail, but it wasn't. I don't use it that much because I'm here in the studio. And then, you have to download or back up my laptops. So that's backed up just in case anything happens. I have too many pictures of children. And this is a brand new journal that isn't even used. Motivational cards that probably will get gifted to somebody. Books, because people know I love pretty books. Remember I told you I love pretty books? This is a brand new book. But it's by Lisa Turkhorst. And it's 50 devotions to find redemption in every part of your story. So that was a nice gift. And some other little books. Greeting card. These are 150 greeting cards. Is it still greeting cards? So when y'all were talking about base, because I helped clean somebody's house and they were a calligrapher and they did all the things, these are card bases. This is a whole box. So I was like, oh snap. They got the cards and the envelopes. So it's greeting cards with a matte finish. So that was heavenly. This is all the stuff when we went to Paris. These are all of my things that I need to make a Paris junk journal. Over the years, when we lived in Germany, I would go to Paris at least maybe once or twice a month sometimes. So that's a lot of keepsake stuff that's in there. And all of this is just paper, again, helping clean out the house. I got paper, so I don't have to buy paper for a minute unless I want. Cardstock is the only thing I end up having to buy. But this drawer was full. I mean, this one was kind of full. And yeah, so that's where it looks. That's where it is now. I'm so jelly. I need someone to come help me declutter just to keep me on track and not stop. Now, see, Marty, this is the thing. Sometimes I'll be like, oh my goodness, because you know how you find something, right? But this is what I've charged myself to do. Do it once a quarter. Well, you have 4 quarters, so I do it twice a year. And this is, again, more paper that I was blessed with. That's why I have it. Laminating, sticker paper, cardstock, just, man, you name it, it's in here. Pads for days that I will never use, but we'll probably make a junk journal or a journal. Laminating paper, more card base. Now that card base right there is beautiful. That's some pretty paper right there. Same thing. And cleaned it all up. I just cleaned it up so at least I know what's in it. We got a whole empty drawer. This was full of stuff. The glitter fairy is in here. For all of my glitter folks, this is why I don't like glitter. It stays with you forever. Forever. Card notes, card base, some frames I got that I was going to use or put stuff in. And more card base, cards. I told y'all I was ready for Gina K. I was doing all the things. Ink. Oh, there's it, Dawn. There's my other that's got flowers pressed in it. Yes, let's leave that up there so I'll know where it is. But that I love. I want to say I got it from, oh, I know where I got it from. Archer and Olive. That's where it was. So we'll leave that. Ink for my, what's that thing called over there? Hewitt Packer, HP. You know, they send you ink as you use it. These are all stuff from when I was in school, and I didn't want to throw them away, so I kept all the hard work I did. Again, envelopes. That epoxy. I was doing epoxy. Gonna do a class, and so ink, more ink. As you can see, I don't use that much of that ink since I've gotten my Epson, but my husband uses that printer. So we got, this is printer, what I call printer row. Printer row. Marty, she lives in the South. It is hot as Hades down there. Yep. Hey, Hen. Karen, I can come over and play, please. Sure, come on, Marty, where are you? Listen, I'm in Alabama. The closest person I know that is near me is Tracy. She's 3 hours away. But yeah, so this is Printer Row. This is my Epson. She runs things. She definitely runs things. I forgot I had muted the YouTube tab. I was wondering why I couldn't hear anything. Oh, you're in Michigan. Ooh, that's a long ways. These are some of my tags. I just stuck some stuff in here to decorate this little box. It's a recipe box. And in some decluttering, it was in one of those drawers. And I was just like, oh, let's pull it out and make it cute. And so I did. I even left the cards in there just in case I decide to change my mind. This right here, let's see, is it locked? It is a train case, Samsonite train case that I have in here. If you ever want to know where my washi tape is that I love, that I hoard, this is where it is. This is where it's housed. Aren't they pretty? As you can see why I don't use them. Look at them. Look at that. And then up under it is lace, junk lace. This whole bag was full. I got it for $1 at the thrift store. And then tulle. You know, who doesn't need some pretty tulle? So this one is full of all of my fun, pretty stuff. And I love the train case. So when I say I want some pretty lace or some pretty ribbon that is different and really, really good stuff, like these are very strong. These are not cheap. Like these are old school, old stuff. I keep them in here. And so this I did have up under a desk. I had put it up under because I was tired of it. Where I had it, I couldn't find a spot because this had another printer over here. And so I took that printer because it's a travel printer that I had got. It was little. It was no need to have two Hewitt Packers over here. So this one is that I use for my thick paper that is not going to have edges, like fussy cutting stuff that I put on cardstock. And then my Epson, because when I do my junk journals, the bigger ones, it prints borderless, so I don't have to worry about cutting around the edge. So that is why this one has different paper. And it's easy for me to just switch back and forth between the two of them. So there's another window that I covered with roses. And this one, that's my sunroom. And then deep freezers out there, sunroom. Nice sitting space, but right now it's too daggum hot out there. All right, Hen, thank you for stopping by. Get you some rest, because I know it's late on your side of the world. Is it? Well, it's in the afternoon. This is our picture. It says go explore. That's when we went to Rome. And sometimes when people come in here and they're like, you gonna put a picture in there? I was like, that is my picture. I know it looks like it like came with the frame, right? Nope. And then this beauty I got for my birthday from my friend LaQuisha. And we got to go around here because I wanted to make sure when people come in my studio, they get to see the message that she put on there. It says, Karen McCoy, keep slapping paint on paper and creating beauty. Your heart matters. Queenly LaQuisha. Love it. So that's its final resting place, sitting there with all the beautiful flowers. And then when I come in my studio, I get a message. And this is my message for you guys. Do one thing every day that makes you happy. Do one thing. I like to say do more than one thing, but start out with at least one thing. So then this is what it looks like standing from my steps, like I'm literally standing on the steps. And that's why I am so grateful for my space. And so I'm trying to keep it decluttered and clear because I did have stuff all on the floor, and like I was coming when I would come around, I was tripping on it. And I was like, Karen, there's no reason for you to be tripping on this stuff. So this desk right here is the glass. Remember, you guys, I was telling y'all the glass broke. This half is where I put the broken, like it's literally broken straight down this side. So I just flipped the desk around, and then this, it's covered by all the decorations. This is acrylic row over here. When I'm over here, we're doing mixed media. This is some cute stuff, my Paris thing. This is a portrait that a young lady that was on Instagram when my son was killed, she drew this, Joanna, in 2019. And when the world kind of stopped going so fast, she sent me a message, and she's like, I did this portrait of your son. Do you mind if I share it? And I was like, no. So she shared it, and then she said there was a lady that reached out to her and was just like, what are you gonna do with that? And then she's like, well, I wanted to give it to the mother, but to ship it would cost too much. And so someone gifted her the money to ship it to me. And when it came, when I tell you it was gallery shipped, it was like no problems with it. It was beautiful. So he was in the house, and then it's just like, it didn't feel good. It's like this art studio. Someone made it, someone drew it that was arts. Joanna is very, very, very good. And so I brought it in here and moved my degrees because my degrees was up there, and I put him there. And then I took the dresser, if you've seen before, there was a big old chiffero there, and I moved it. And now we have just, because I wanted some open wall space, guys. Most people want window space, and I just wanted a wall. And so we decorated a little bit of stuff. Yeah. Isn't it though? She does, like, she's on Instagram. Her name is Joanna, and she's on there as Joanna. And her stuff is so pretty. So this is again and this is my air conditioning unit. So that's another thing. I have air in here. But here in the South, this is a dehumidifier. That's my friend. If you know how dehumidifiers work, you know that the air conditioner don't work too much. That dehumidifier does. And so right now, let's see what's on the stand. We laid it down. So we got 3 things on here. But this is the last thing that I worked on. And it was very clear, very pretty, I thought. And then it started talking to me with some paint I had in my hand. And I just slapped the purple on there and this, and then cleaned my bottle off on there with the circles, and that made the other things kind of pop out. So I'm probably gonna, that's why I have gesso on my desk. So I'm gonna go over it again with gesso, but it has so much texture. Let's see it get closer. Yeah, you can see that texture there. I love it. And then, butterflies, new life, and put some texture up there. But it probably has maybe 5 or 6 layers already. And I don't know. I don't know. Whenever it says it's done, then it'll be done. But right now, I'm having fun with just creating it. So that's that. And then the girl that was on just a regular white canvas, again, I put purple around her and making her kind of look like she's sitting on clouds. So I'm going to do another one just like this and make it a set. Because someone had asked me, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I can do that. And, we'll make a collection out of it and we'll put a little price tag on it. There's my sewing box, which doesn't really have a whole lot of sewing stuff in it. It just was cute. Remember I told y'all I like decorate with cute stuff. Hearts from the dollar store. You got to get them while they have them. Barb is hanging around because these are the earrings that Barb created and made for me. They're all hanging up here with my handmade watercolor paints. And was collecting these Tim Holtz Distress for all the colors. And these are all the colors that I have. So, I just didn't want to take them out of the package because I keep moving them. Package of alcohol inks that my daughter bought me. They're in there. Something else I made, just a little cute picture, me and my mentor. We went to a hat thing. She came here at Alabama, was speaking at. My daughter made me this. It's like the only thing better than having you for a mother is my children having you for a grandmother. Yes, that's the one. That's the child that likes to do stuff to make me cry. And every time I see that, it makes me happy. My granddaughter made me this year for Mother's Day. And then over here, I'm going to show you how decluttering has worked. Empty. Was full of stuff. Cleared up a little bit. We pulled these out because I was using these. So I kind of stuck them in there. Empty packages or bags. Paper. These are all print. So if somebody buy them off of my website, they're already packaged in paper, ready to ship. Empty. Paper and paper. Now, check this out, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, got this when we moved here. Moved here 3 years ago, and it didn't need a lot of work. It didn't. But back there on the barn needed a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff back there. And this I found back there. I cleaned it up. I let it stay outside and get a little bit more rusty and stuff. But then I wiped it down and cleaned it up, and it just it turned out pretty good. Look at that. Look at all those pockets. Can't you see water brushes and pencils and all the things? This was in it, and I left it in there. I didn't take it out. And then look at all up here. Look at all those pockets. Whew. And I put some stuff in here that I was already... Oh, this was from my class. This what this was. Learning how to do... Oh, Lord, I forgot what it was called. Kettle, I know it's... Yeah, whatever it is. It's... creating your own, and however you do, you take the holes and punch them in your paper and then put the needle through where the holes are. And so, of course, I had to do something that was kind of difficult, but it worked out. I need to leave this out because it has paper in here. Yeah, we need to leave that out. Let's put that right there. So that's the instructions for that. I was going to do it again, but I hadn't decided what I was going to put in here, but I like it. So right now it's just adding a little class to the studio. I put some WD-40 on these to just make them where they were a little bit more easier to, But look at that. It is so heavy too. But I love it. You know us. We like anything we can bring back to life. So that's what under the easel look like, and that is my tarp or whatever it's called to put on the floor when I am using it over here and slapping the paint on paper, so it doesn't get on the floor. But if it does, who cares? It's a studio. Okay. All of books. Some books I got down there are was supposed to be turned into no. No, oh, I turned it around. So not this side, the other side. So right here you get to see the bucks. It was in the barn. I wonder if it was a feral buck. Now what is that, Dawn? It looks a good handle. You could put travel watercolor stuff in and grab and go. I was thinking about that, Marty, but that sucker is heavy. So this is the back side of my desk. And you can't see where the crack was, but this is where the crack started, right here. And that was because I had something clamped there. And I didn't know that I didn't feel it was tight, but evidently it was. And so it went on around it. But like I said, it's okay. Watercolors and things. You want something like this, go to the dollar store. They have them. And I put the watercolors for my monochromatic palettes. So this one is blue, this is yellow, and this is green, and the pink one is probably over there somewhere. So this is what the back side of my desk that I'm not using, like I'm not over here. So when I do start having retreats here at the ranch, then I can move this stuff, all of this stuff, and then people can be like, you can possibly have two people over here, and then you have somebody over here. So I had it to where it could be at least 10 people at the desk, right? So there's that. This is my new paper pack stack, right? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up, Dawn. Yep. And my Dina Wakley, because y'all know I'm a Dina Wakley junkie. She got new stuff coming out on the 27th. But all of her stuff that's over here that I'd use in my mixed media or in my art stuff, that's where her and Timmy resides on this side. And again, pretty stuff, like decorating. Got this from Hobby Lobby. I want to say for like $7. It had to come home with me. Like it had to, right? Had to. Had to. But yeah, so now this is the latest system right here. And the reason I bought these, they were on sale at Michael's. Michael's had a great sale. These things run, I think, like 100 and something. And by the time I finish with my discounts, with my coupons, and the sale that they had, I got them for like 45 each. So I had to get two of them. And then come to see, I need two of them. So all of my paper is in here. This is my cruise stuff. So I put stuff all together from when I do stuff. So that way I can, put it in a junk journal and know what it is. Then we got more stuff over here, which is not that bad. But this is a problem because when I saw this, I was just like, oh my God. And it was because it was on sale at Hobby Lobby. You see how much Timmy was? Timmy was 162. I wasn't leaving that in the store, but I needed to bring it out and put it somewhere. So it's going to have to come up out of here too so I can see it. Things that I got. These are cute. Guys, you get these like for a gift at the dollar store. You can get these from the dollar store and put a little picture or a little card, and it's a little easel and it stands up. So I have these. I did know those were over here. My trimmer, one of my trimmers, housed up there. Another guillotine's housed over here. My Revolution and the stamp, the whatever that thing's called. That's a box of magazines. Oprah. I think it's Oprah and Southern Living. That's in that box. I moved some stuff from over here. Napkins are in that one, and scraps are in that one. And that right there is something that I'm going to quilt, start using to make a quilt. And I like vintage luggage. Remember, I told y'all I like vintage luggage. So that's a luggage, an old vintage luggage that I got. And I don't believe, I think I took what I had in there, which was my Bible. I found this Create, Cut, and Craft. Now, y'all here in the chat, tell me, because I can't remember for the life of me. It came from Colorado, but I refuse to throw it away. But I cannot remember what I bought this for. I do not remember. I do not. But it is EV. I got it from Expressions Vinyl. So I'm assuming it had something to do with some stickers. That's about all I can pretty much tell you. Yes, and I had a few pieces of vintage luggage, and I'm sad I don't have them anymore. Dawn, what'd you do with them? Did you give them away? So this is my sewing area, sewing machine, a little couture. So I'm gonna have to look back up and research this and find out what it was. Now, you've been following me. If you're on here and you've been following me for a while, you know that I've talked about how my series Her Tears started. Well, Her Tears kinda. This is a canvas that had some beautiful flowers on it. As a matter of fact, let me turn around real, not fast, but that one over on the wall right there was the one that has the start of Her Tears, because literally my tears, I cried while I was painting that, right? And then, but when you come over here after I was angry or whatever, but you can kind of tell these were beautiful flowers. Like, and I went over it. I'm quite sure if I go back, I can find what it looked like before it turned out. Not like now I love it, but you see these? Like those are literally some parts of my tears. And then after I stopped, like saw it doing that when I sprayed it, then I was like, oh, wow, let's put some water there and make it more. But it's turned. It's not talking to me anymore, so I think it's done. But I put her over here so she, if she decides she wants to start talking again, I can hear her. That's a picture of my daughter had gave me for Christmas in 2006. It was someone drew it, it's hand sketched, and it was my uncle who was like my dad, and that's him when he was younger. Um, and then heaven tickets for something I did. I was on a team. Look, now check this out. Y'all drool over this. Oh, look it. Now this is what, let's pull it out of there so you can really see. This is when I tell y'all I collect pretty things. This was on, oh, stay open. Oh, open. Just stay open. There you go. Something I saw on Etsy. Well, I saw it first on Instagram. Then I followed the link to the Etsy shop. But check these pieces out. Oh, and this is what that piece down there, right there, these are supposed to be added to it. Puppy, she gone. She said, I don't got time for you. She left right on past me. But I mean, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I need to go, but I don't need to do nothing, but I love this shop. Like the lady, these came in the bundle, like for the stuff that you're going to stitch. She even included, these are old school buttons. Isn't that cute? And then the fabric, it's so pretty. I just admire it. I have not been able to bring myself to do what I wanted to do with it. Like, look, these are quilting squares that they cut off, opened up. And they are so pretty. I think this is the most attention I've given it. Look at that. I love. So I'm a collector of beautiful fabrics very much so. But I need to stop. Right? You see journal covers? Me too. Now this one I did use one of these. I did use one of these to make a journal cover. I sold that one. So this one, but look at it. They're so pretty. I would have loved to have had the daggum blanket that these got cut off of. And then she sends all of the instructions right there. Slow stitching, that's who it was. And all the things you go and look. So that's where I got it from. Slow stitching and her Cheryl at a vintage cottage for me. That's where it was. Not that y'all probably need to go there, but somebody on here, maybe you want to try it. I like when they give you instructions. And this was the second one. So that was a kit in itself that I got. And then I did another one because it was, what is it called? Slow stitching, something else, a name that it had, slow stitching. And all of the stuff to make it comes with it. But as you can see, not this one. That one's, I put that in there. And then there is, oh, not this one either. But this one I kept because here in Alabama, we have Palomito Farms, and there have stone ground grits, real grits. Okay. And so I kept that, and they come in bags, old school bags. So I kept that and stuck it in here and say, I can use that. Look at that lace. When I say old school lace, isn't that pretty? Karen, hey Shay, new subby here. Been enjoying your vids. Glad I made a live. Oh, look, you made a good live too. Today is Wednesday. I'll be back at 3 o'clock, but that'll be different. This one, I was in like I was in here, and I was just like, let me just go live. Dawn inspired me yesterday, and I was just like, well, when I'm thinking about it, I might need to just do it. This is the buttons and things that's in there. Some more stuff, but all again, yummy stuff. Oh, look at this. I'm probably going through this thing better than I did when I got it, which is a shame because I've had this for a minute. I've had this for a minute. I will not tell you. Well, I can tell you. It moved from Colorado. So I've been here on the ranch for 3 years. Look at the lace. Look at that. So some of this might get, I'm going to leave this open. We're going to use this because I'm working on these junk journals now. They won't be junk though. That's the thing. They'll just be journals. That music sheet. This one is pretty. It has, see it. Someone I know. Fell. I feel in the new student in a room. Hee hee. Oh, you feel like a new student in the room? Hey, don't worry. Don't worry. I think I'm not that. Look, as compared to some of the people in the chat, Shay, I'm new too. But I'm having fun over here. And this is what I just and try to encourage everybody to do is find something that brings you joy. Find something that makes you just like going through this box just now just gave me like, oh my goodness, I forgot I had all these beauties over here. Look at that. This is what I like to go in the thrift stores and look at the stuff. But then I will order a box like this because I'm not overwhelmed with the stuff I find in a thrift store. And then I'll have a whole box of it and I don't know, excuse me, and I don't know what to do with it. But I do know what to do with this stuff. I don't know what to do with that. But this is pretty. Yeah. Look, Shay, you are amongst some beautiful, aspiring women. Look at. And what you don't know, they don't mind sharing, teaching, showing. That's what I love. That's what I love. Oh, and here's another one, a whole square. But I was going to take these and cut them out. And let me show you because the pieces are right here. That's what I was going to take and do with these and put these and make these squared up. And so they'll be the cover of like a journal. and then I'll Coptic stitch it that way because I can't make it into the other kind, but I think that will work out. Just imagine those being on top of there like that one. And then don't do the back one the same, like do the back one maybe a different one. Who says it has to be the same? I collect Saratoga bottles because they're blue. And this is a bottle when I went to Spain. Actually, this one came when I was in Germany in the airport and it had wine because you get wine everywhere in Germany. And so I was in Frankfurt airport. It was France wine and I've had it when we lived there. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I kept the bottle. Of course, of course, of course I had to. Candles are over here. These are more that's going to be turned into cards, more of my prints that I'm going to turn into cards. And the daily bread will be actually prompts that'll come and go across it. This is Tower of Beauty. That's what it is because everything on this tower is beautiful. Okay, you go to the mailbox, you get some mail. You're tired of throwing it away. Don't throw it away anymore. Make it into a cute little book. This is all this is. I just made it into a little book with some pockets. It's not even a lot. It was just a big envelope, and I think it was my Joyce Myers envelope that I did it and slapped some stuff on it. And that was it. Let's see. Open it up. Yep. Yep. That's all. And that's the little book. Put a cluster there, got pockets there. So it worked out great. And then the cover, and then I left a message, choose to shine. So if I go and send out some happy mail or send something to somebody, some stuff like this is already created. So all I have to do is come over here and pull. Here's a message for you today. Toss your hair in a bun, drink some coffee, and get it done. For those that we have problems with adulting. But look, there are junk journals over here. Simple. This is from paper scraps and magazines that I just cut out. And if whoever I gift this to, because I can't sell it because it's a magazine in there, somebody else, then they can do whatever they want to do on the pages. But look at that. And it's sewn together. I stitched it together where each signature, so we have 3 signatures in there. So there are the signatures, 1, 2, 3. And Shay's signatures just mean kind of like chapters in a book. So it's one sewn together, and you can see up there how they're sewn together in the binder. Like there's the spine, and I sewed it in with regular thread, and you poke holes and all that in it. You go somewhere back, if you do my channel, I've shown you how to do it. Yeah, that has Daphne Diary in there. Definitely couldn't sell that one. So it will be gifted, but look at that paper. And all these are envelopes. These are books made from envelopes. Envelope books. So nobody can tell me you can't make something out of junk. Look at that one. And this one I didn't sew. I think I kept it together with the thread. But they're glued together. Yeah, that's what it is. Look, beautiful bowl, enough, important, perfectly imperfect. And we got pockets. Y'all know we like pockets. I did good on this one. Look at back, look, pockets, and you get my art in there. Look at that. And this one has, I stitched on it. I was very pleased with this one. I spent a lot of time on that one. This one is made out of books. No, I'm sorry. This one is made out of bags. Bags. Cut up the bags and just made it into a junk journal. And here's the thing. These are your originals. There's no copyright on any of this. So that way you can sell something cute like this when you go to a little craft store, a little craft fair, and there's no copyright infringement here. That one that has Daphne's Diary, or if it has a magazine that you can see, then those are a little different. Daphne's Diary is definitely a little different. So yeah, so now you get to see why this is all beautiful row, right? Cute, 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 cute. I ain't gonna pull them all out, but these are all tags. So when I send out Happy Mail, I just pull a couple out that speak to the person I'm sending it to, and they get to have some joy. There we go. All right, we got ink. Remember I told y'all over there, my pens, I've taken all the ink out of them, but Ferris wheel press. I jumped on the Ferris wheel press band line, and this is where they are. They used to decorate my room. Now they're just over here. Eventually, I'm probably going to put them on Macari and get rid of them because I don't use them. These I use. We got Pops and Nuevo, my granddaughter. More art on the wall. Crafting with Grace, plaque I made. More painting. That's about as realistic as you're going to get with me. Not going to do more. This is mixed media art. That is me. The K in the broken glass with the blood in the frame. And the covering with the white symbolizes God is still holding me together, even though I'm broken. And then my daughter made that puzzle. It's a puzzle that she did for us for Valentine's Day. And so, of course, we put the puzzle together. And then I put the puzzle on a piece of wood and put it up on the wall. I have a back door. As we go, I have to move the cart. So I don't have to, like I had it over there, but I put it right there. Oh, let's go. I think I missed some comment. My idea, when Janet Nash sends love to me, I use the envelope and make small art journals. Nice. My idea today was to practice some Karen watercolor flowers, but her light was on, so I got sidetracked a bit. Yes, Marty, go ahead. I'll be here this afternoon slopping some paint on some paper. Are they for a dip pen, Karen? Karen, Karen watercolors. Oh, Shay, yes, that's what I do. Slapping paint on paper is my first love. No, Dawn, they're not dip pens. I just realized what you were saying. They are actually, I fill it up and put the ink in cartridges, and they have nibs, so it's like these. And I love doing them. I love it. But if if you don't use them, and I wasn't using them enough, and the ink was getting, clogged up and what have you, so I didn't like that. There's Willow. She keeps running. That's why I usually put her in her crate, so she doesn't have to get awakened. So not Marty, Shay, watercolor is, let's see. Oh, this is my watercolor. It's not, my colors aren't here really on here anymore because they are housed on my desk. Oh, here's, these are watercolors. Oh, this is Beth inspired. Beth had me fussy cutting. Remember I told you guys I did all that fussy cutting? So there's the stuff in there, all the fussy cutting that I did, which is great. I am happy I did fussy cutting. I am happy about it. So, but watercolors that I've done, that I have, are over here. These are all tubes. I like tubes. And so those are the tubes. That's my travel craft bag. When I go and teach classes somewhere, I fill that up with whatever the class is. It's never multiple things. Like, I'm not going to do watercolor and mixed media. So if I'm doing watercolor, then it's going to be full of my watercolor stuff, which it won't be that bad because I don't have to have that much stuff with watercolor. And if I'm sending stuff, then I'm probably going to send it in the mail, because when you send stuff through the mail for a class, it gets media mail. This is the side I was talking about, guys. I bought these books right here, Pride and Prejudice, from the thrift store, and they're up here, and I have not pulled out of them, ripped out of them at all. I'm grateful to have my own books on my shelf, my journals that I've created, more pretty bottles, and all of these right here I got to use. And what do you do? Like, use the book, whatever, modify the book or whatever. I can't think of what it's called now. My Bibles, but The oldest book that's down here. Oh, there's my book. For God, I will lay down my Isaac when life slapped the hell out of you on purpose. This is the one I did after my daughter, after she died. And, but remember Reader's Digest? Look at this book. This is 1955. This one is 1958. I just couldn't bring myself to look at that paper. This one is, wait, what is that? Can't see. 1953. But this one, you already know it's old. Sermons and Speeches. And it's so fragile. Let me put it on the floor so it doesn't have to hang. Oh, Dawn, I just went back. The Ferris wheel ink, they could be used for dip pens. They could. But look at this paper. So I couldn't use it for junk journaling because I couldn't fold it because that's how fragile it is. So I just figured if I do a bigger one, then I can just put it in there. But this paper is very, very, very fragile. And this book right here is 1883. That is a priceless book. And then the other one, Paul Bunyan. That's one of the good things about being here in Alabama. You're going to, when people do estate sales and stuff like that, or some people just give people stuff away, they don't know that the older it is, the more expensive it is. They think old stuff is just cheap. This one is 19 or 18, is that 1925? That's what this one is. But smell, oh, it smells amazing. That's if you like old books. You might not like old books. But this is my favorite. I think I painted in this one. Yeah, this paper is divine. I've already taken the pages out. I did some watercolor in here, so I've already taken some pages out. Can't see. This one is, no, I'm trying to see without my glasses. 1932. I'm missing a lot of comments on the chat because I only have a small view on the phone. Does anyone know how to get a bigger view of chat? Karen, you can decoupage the pages onto stronger pages. Dawn, I tried to do that. Like now I understand what they say when they go, they're talking about stuff in the House of Congress, not House of Congress, but that house, wherever, the Library of Congress or whatever, where they have the stuff and the way you have to do pages. So I think for me, the timing, it just take too much time because they're just that fragile. Like, I'm surprised it didn't crumble like when I was turning the pages. It'll come with healing and will help healing. Oh, I'm missing some stuff in the chat. Oh, what did I do? Close that. All right, I did something. All right, y'all still there? Yep, there you go. Oh no, I'm sorry about your daughter's passing. Oh, Shay, it's fine. It's been 19 years. Wait, has it been 19 years? I had to scroll back. I have a portrait book with brittle pages. I put them onto cardstock or file folders. Okay, and when you put them on, you put the glue on there and then lay them on there? Maybe that's the way I need to do it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, remember I said, guys, what I say. Every time you see a basket, say, thank you, Dawn. This basket houses more art journals, Some magazines. Oh, Shay, since you're on here, I can show you watercolors. This is, when did I got this for my birthday one year. I remember my daughter bought it because it's a Strathmore. It's the only one I got. Oh, no, it's mixed media in here. But still get the concept. Oh, my flowers have grown. Oh, look, see, this is how you get to look back at where you come from. Look, and I'm just like, no, that is not a representation of my flowers today. That was just a little bit of bouginess in my flower, in my watercoloring. And was. Yep. And here's another basket with some more goodies. But these goodies, some of these are, oh yeah, these are some of the, yeah, these are, this is the tiniest book that I have. All these are on my website. And I've turned, these are going to have to go on the press because you remember how the paper is big. But I decided to put my work, like these are my, this is, well, I'm thinking that's a, it's still some pages in here. But yeah, this is my watercolors practice pages that I've turned into a book. Swatching, those are mission. I can see the granulation. All the practice, instead of throwing them away or hiding them out, I put them into a book. Oh yeah, see, I can look and be like, oh yeah, we're better than that now. We've practiced, and you can come back and be like, oh yeah, we're better than that now. Oh, she's cute. So let's use this as a good example. You know what? I just had a thought. Check it out. Oh, okay, I had to cut some more light on that one. I'm sorry. Look at her. Look how she's looking at me like, what are you doing? I apologize. Okay, so I'm going to kind of, I'm not used to having this thing in my hand. This was Monday. We did this Monday. Okay, did that one Monday. Oh, where is it? Again, I didn't put a date on it, but I don't know when I did that one. But you can see the progression. I can. These flowers are flat, and these are the same flowers, not so much. They kind of look like they're going up. They have more direction. These were a little flat, so I've gotten better at making them more directional. I mean, it's pretty, but yeah. So Monday, I did this Monday on the live, and it's dried, so I need to go on and put some Dorland's wax on it because I want to seal this. But yeah, that turned out so pretty. So Shay, for the month of August, I'm using monochromatic palettes. And so it's going to be all blue, all yellow, or all pink, or all blue, yellow, green. And I thought I was going to have a problem with the green, but I think we did the green. I can't remember what I did with green now. But yeah, so these turned out great. And so once I finished with like doing stuff like this, I put it in a book and made it like it still has pages so somebody can still create on it. I like that one and splattered that one. So that's what that is. But as you can see, the desk is full of junk journal stuff. Oh Lord, let me get around her. This is why I need to go. She usually be in her crate. I'm surprised she didn't go up under, over there, up under the thing. So this one is made from my art. This one is made from my art. Practice. Just imagine you can still mix media across this. You can do so much with it. So, I don't know. If I go to we have a craft show coming up. So if I go to it, I might take them. I have a slimline, look, a slimline book. This one, there's nothing in this. This is more like a journal, sketchy paper. So, and all of those are in here. So, yeah, that's how that works out. And of course, we have to share the studio with the doggy and his tools. But Dawn, you've given me an idea, so now I have to find. Oh, here's that other book. See, look at this one. There it is. I was wondering where it is. Look at this one. This one is the Fundamentals of Agriculture. I couldn't do anything with this book because I had fun reading it. But this one isn't as brittle. Like I think I folded that one, yeah, and it was okay. But look how the color of the paper. So it's talking about the poor crop due to lack of essential elements. That's what's going on right here now because the corn did not get through the heat. Most of when I'm driving around here, I was going to Troy the other day, and all the fields are just burnt. So this book is 1911. Like it is really, really, really loved. So, and I have a couple more. There's another one, statistics. Who likes statistics? So, yeah, all pretty books. And a sign that always reminds me that to create, which is my own artwork. And you know we got to have the hymnals. I keep the hymnals because I will rip out of a hymnal for real quick. And I think that's about it with the books down there, at least what's in the studio. I got books everywhere in the house. So that's how that is. Anybody got any questions about anything that they've seen? I think I've shown, all of my paper. And up under that way is stuff that needs to be broken down. It's boxes that I'm going to make junk journals out of. These are boxes that just came in yesterday. So they will get broken down. Oh, these are junk journals that I've already created. So this is my junk journal cart. So either I've created the junk journal, this one is, I've learned that I didn't like the way the stitching, put together with the ribbon. Didn't like that. Made with fabric, some other things. And this is my, what do you call it? The junk journals that are just need to be finished. What is this one? Oh, this one is done. I really didn't like it. I put a closure on it. Called myself trying to do something fancy, but I did. But I don't think the closure worked. Yeah. So I had to go and put some ribbon on it. But overall, I'm pleased with it. All right. And that's all that matters. So that stays up there. That one. Oh, you need to come from down here. I didn't know you were down there. See what happens? I'll get you. What is this? Oh, so next on deck, I will be doing a Amazon book. So we're saving Amazon packages. That's what's in there. Clay, my tools, tripod for when I go outside. That box right there is full of magazines and keepsake albums. There are actually albums in there. And so these right here will get broken down because y'all remember my big old Meaden ceramic thing. It came in this big old box. And then this is the box that we got off of the ship when we went on our cruise. So I'm going to make a cover, use this as kind of like the cover. So I'm going to break that down. So that's why that's still, those empty boxes are over here to get broken down. And I have to do it before the end of August. Other than that, I'll have to